You have it! Previously on The Completionist.
Hey guys, my name is Gerard Dragon Rider Khalil, and I am the Completionist.
The Completionist. But Batman,
Why?
Big the cat!
I mean, it's not like this game developer is gonna go out of his way and be like, hey, why don't you play my game? That never happens. The creator of Super Meat Boy wants me to play Super Meat Boy? I've never played Super Meat Boy. Yes!
Super Meat Boy! My thumbs are broken!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special episode of The Completionist. Today, I'm going to be doing a blind review, but not just any old blind review, a blind review of a game from a developer. Edmund McMillan, this one's for you. I will defeat you!
Super Meat Boy. Rumor has it that this game is one of the hardest games to date in gaming history. Can it really be that hard? I mean, I'm pretty damn good at gaming, so let's see if I can handle it.
But Batman, I care for your well-being.
Okay, so maybe it is that hard, but I never back down from a challenge. Bring it on, Meat Boy. Before the game even really boots up, you're introduced to a nice little video which explains the premise of the game.
The Completionist, come on down!
Yes, this is awesome. Let me explain something. I like it when a game tells you the plot within the first few seconds of you playing the game, but this game takes the whole damn burger. This one tells you the entire premise before you even load up the game. Isn't that refreshing? Tell them what they've won, Greg.
You won a brand new
Meat! We have a simple plot here. Meat loves Bandage Girl. Bandage Girl loves Meat. Dr. Fetus, villain, hates both Bandage Girl and Meat. Kidnaps Bandage Girl, and voila, you've got your game. Not to mention, this game has probably some of the best brutal yet hilarious humor ever in gaming history. I'm a big fan of simple plots. I do enjoy my fair share of lengthy and complex stories, but to me, the instant classics are always the simple games, and Meat Boy definitely gets that one. Most gamers out there have already heard this premise before in some fashion or another with many other different games. But why should we care about Meat Boy versus all the other heroes out there in the market? Let's see if there's something in the presentation that can convince us otherwise. Stemming from parts of Newgrounds.com, Super Meat Boy on the outside looks like a very clean Flash game. However, it is way more than just a Flash game. The goal of Super Meat Boy is to travel to the end of each level and save Bandage Girl, who is usually placed at the end of the level. There are 6 overworlds that you must travel through in order to save Bandage Girl,
including 10 internets! A series of tubes!
One of my favorite parts of playing Super Meat Boy is the loading screen between each chapters. Each loading screen mimics a certain video game and/or video game style. This game does so very nicely, and yet somehow it maintains its complete originality. From Street Fighter on, thus far in my experience, Super Meat Boy has the perfect combination of awesome. But this is where the presentation can be a little bit overwhelming.
Oh man, this game doesn't look too bad. Alright, so it's not normal. You've got some spikes and some... I'm good here, good, I'm fine, I'm just traveling to save Bandage Girl and I'm avoiding all the obstacles and oh come on, I don't understand what's going on, everything's on fire, there's spikes and I'm angry and stuff.
The visual style of this game is just so damn cool. One minute you're in the regular Meat Boy world, and the next you're pulled into a Warp Zone! Warp Zones act as if Meat Boy has been pulled into a secondary world, and a lot has changed. Depending on the Warp Zone, suddenly the game looks like it's been turned into a Game Boy game or an old NES game. The music's been changed to fit the style of level, but the difficulty remains the same, and if not, it's way harder. The music, for how repetitive it gets, never gets old to me. I actually found that while playing this game, the music helped me keep a great rhythm in regards to some of the levels when completing them, because these levels get incredibly difficult. Easy plot, awesome presentation. Let's dive into the gameplay. Spoiler alert, Super Meat Boy is a very hard game. It is not for the weak-minded or weak-hearted. This game requires a huge amount of patience, and let's be honest, right now you probably don't have any, and if you do, you're playing Modern Warfare 3 for the next 8 hours. And by 8 hours, I mean like 50 hours. And by hours, I mean like years. As I said earlier, you will die a lot in this game, but one of the most gratifying things about these deaths is that you feel responsible for almost all of them every time, because of how fluid the gameplay feels. There's really only 2 buttons to worry about. You've got a jump button and a run button. You'll basically end up holding the run button down the entire game, but there are some parts that will require a little more stratego. As I said earlier, there are 6 overworlds in which you must chase down Dr. Fetus and Bandage Girl. Each world contains 20 levels in which you must save Bandage Girl, with a boss level at the end of each level. And when you defeat the boss, you move on to the next world. No. Wait, Dark World? What? There's a Dark World version of each level? The Dark World versions are at least twice as hard? Someone ate all the dark chocolates?
Dark chocolates? No!
Within your typical level, you control Meat Boy to run at high speeds to get his love Bandage Girl back. But how you get there is where the difficulty and fun of this game really comes into play. When you run, you leave meat juice residue all over the place, which to me really helped me because if I died in a level, I knew it was because I simply jumped too early or too late. Each world is equipped with warp zones and debug zones, or negative zones as they're called. These are bonus levels that take you to a retro version of what Super Meat Boy would have been like. The warp zone entry points are very well hidden within the levels. Although these are incredibly fun, the warp zones to me, especially in the end game, are one of the most difficult aspects this game has to offer. If you do your math correctly, you will realize there's over 300 levels in this game. That's nuts! In each world, there are 20 band-aids to be collected. When you collect the band-aids, you unlock special characters that you can play as.
You mean you don't have to play as Super Meat Boy the entire time?
Nope. In fact, there's 2 ways to unlock characters. One is to unlock via a character warp zone in which you will play as a character once you've found that particular warp zone. The other is to collect the bandages in each world, totaling up to 100 bandages in the game. You must get the bandage and save Bandage Girl, which adds another layer of awesome difficultness. Coolest thing about these unlockable characters? They're characters from other games. I freaked out when I found out that I could play as Commander Video from Bit Trip Runner. All of these characters stem from another Flash or indie game, and I have to say, it's really awesome. You can play as characters like The Kid, I'm a boy, Ogmo,
I'm a character,
and even Indie Clowny Jones.
Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf.
The character selection really adds another dynamic, each having a different unique feel in regards to physics and abilities. This always helped me, as I always would get tired of playing as Meat Boy from dying so many times. Changing it up helped keep the freshness and flow of the game. In the end, I ended up playing as Meat Boy most of the time. Well, 1, he's fast, and 2, you kind of want to see this undeniable love between the 2 characters blossom into something nice.
Alright, Bandage Girl, I'm coming to save you.
Come on over!
Alright, attempt number 475.
Oh, watch out for those blades!
No. Hey, are you okay?
Did I mention that each level has a clear time in order to get an A+ ranking? That's right. Let's break this down real quick. For the completionist aspect of this game, not only do you need to find warp zones, kill yourselves multiple times to unlock the negative zone for each world, collect band-aids scattered across the warp zones and the levels, but you also need to beat each level with a certain time limit to get an A+ ranking? Wow. How does that sound to me?
It's freaking awesome!
You've done it. You've saved Bandage Girl from Dr. Fetus. Aw yeah, you did it. You beat all 6 worlds and the game is over. You're rocking out in your paycheck. What? But World 7?
World 7? You know, this reminds me of a story.
Not now, snitches. What if Dr. Fetus kidnapped Meat Boy instead? Now, you get to control Bandage Girl in her epic quest to save Meat Boy. And the difficulty of this game goes up again. This literally is, folks.
The final challenge!
1 week ago, I was challenged to play this game, and I will take on that challenge. Do you know why? Because I am the completionist. I'm ready, Edmund. Bring it on. Let's rock.
must be Super Meat Boy. Last level. 720. 720X. Exit 20. Bragging rights. Here we go. So many saws. So many saws. Why are there so many saws? No! No! I beat it. I beat Super Meat Boy. 177%. 177%. I beat it. I beat it. I beat it.
Gerard, wake up! Gerard!
No!
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you that Gerard has died from playing too much Super Meat Boy. Brings me great pain and sadness to bring you this news.
What's up, Greg? I'm just taking a nap. What's going on?
In honor of Gerard's death, I'm going to be finishing the show.
Greg,
and I'm going to be called the Mediocre-ist.
What? Greg, I'm not dead. I clearly just exhausted from Super Meat Boy. Listen, Super Meat Boy was a perfect game. There was nothing wrong with it. I was just tired.
With Gerard's death in mind, I'm going to give this game my Mediocre-ist rating of Beard It.
Beard it.
Beard It means that this game is worth decimating with every bit of Gerard's spirit that we all have within us. Every single one of us. It's a shame that we had to lose such a bright, endearing young soul.
I hate you so much right now.
Well, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to leave your positive and negative comments below. Also, leave your game suggestions. And if you'd help out, if you could all write some eulogies, that would be great. I could put them in the local paper. Everybody would really love that. But I'm going to be playing all your favorite games. Just keep in mind, I'm pretty terrible.
I'm so gonna murder your family.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna play Super Meat Boy.
Your family's dead to me.